got Val from Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level.
Dragonflies.
Easy
From
for me to
Draggle? You're from
Draggle.
Draggle
Yes, yes,
now.
I've been draggling myself all the last
Yes.
2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So Sherry,
Oh, that's too
what
funny. Yes, ma'am.
what have you got going on?
Well, I'm trying to wrap up the last of my levels and stuff for membership. So I want to try to roll it out this weekend if I can. That's the goal. Anyway, I've been waiting for May to get out of retrograde, get into May
Yes.
before I start doing anything new. I'm getting ready to start that new class in the next day or two now that I'm out of the retrograde and can do something new. And just taking it one day at a time. I've got a personal reading to do in the next few days, and then I got a message yesterday from someone wanting to know if I did personal readings, and I said yes, and we were chatting, and she says, "Oh, I work at UL too," which is
For
the same
heaven's sake.
university.
Good for
I
you.
went,
Yeah.
"Really?" She said, "Yeah, I'm in the library," and I said, "We're one building away from each other." So we're gonna meet one afternoon next week after work, and I'm gonna do a reading for her. So
Nice.
I'm a little nervous because
Very
I'm not used to doing in
In
person.
person.
You
Yeah.
know, it's a little different.
It's a little
So-
intimidating.
It is, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll do fine.
it'll be-
You'll do fine.
But I'm
You'll do
excited
fine.
about it. So
Yeah, good
It'll-
for you.
It'll be fine. And how
Very
about
good.
you, Allie?
Well, I
You're
had a
always
bunch of
doing
stuff set up for Friday, but I have to take the hubs to the cardiologist. He was supposed to wait for 3 more weeks to get the appointment. And I called today and said, I want him in ASAP. So they got me in on Friday. So I
Nice.
should be back for the story cards, but I can't do a show with Gerald and Richie or with Terry that I usually do. Tomorrow I have meeting with the mediums, and I have Terry and Diana going to talk to me.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yep.
Very
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
And Sharon, anything coming up for you that you want to highlight?
Oh, I was just typing something. I was going to say, Lisa, sorry, we don't take questions from the chat. You have to submit them on one of our channels on our membership. Is the community tab. You can submit your questions there. So sorry. What am I doing? I'm just trying to get better. I've had 2 or 3 weeks with my back. In fact, I don't think I even made the show last week. I was in the space of shoot me now, like take me out into the shoot me.
I'm
I feel
sorry,
much
Sharon.
No, that's okay. I feel much better. It's just I don't like where it takes. That's the only time I get depressed is when I don't feel well.
Yeah.
And but I keep telling myself, Amanda, you're going to be fine. You'll feel better when you're going to be good. Anyways, I'm much better, and I even had a hot tub today.
Nice.
Yay, Sharon. Doesn't it feel much? Oh, it
that,
really helps.
And that made me so relaxed that I had a nap for 2 hours.
Good for you.
So yeah, I'm doing much
Good.
better. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm on with Jane the Seeker tomorrow at 9:00 Pacific. I'm on with you gals, of course, every Wednesday. And I'm just gradually doing more on my channel and I'm having fun.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Wonderful. And Valerie?
So I have don't forget Messages for Light Workers tomorrow. And so also on Friday, polyterology and story in the cards. You'll want to see that one because you know how much fun we have, Allie and Marina and I. So then I actually have Scott Scorpio Sun. I'm going to be on his channel on Sunday at 1 Pacific time, 3.
Nice.
Is that 3? No, 4. Is that 3? 1, 2, 3.
1 Pacific.
4 Eastern.
4 Eastern.
4 Eastern, yeah.
I can't do math. Caffeinated, unfiltered, and I'm trying to get to the next show, which is, don't miss Allie and I, if everything goes well, at 7:30 on Tuesdays, 7:30 at night, Sweet Spot and Spiritual Places, where you find out what your gifts are and what place in the world might be very good resonance with your energy, where you can really soar. And so tune in for that. And that's it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Excellent. All righty. Well, I just started the second round of the Achieving Union class, which started today. So it did have there's a couple spots open. I had a few that were interested and then kind of dropped off at the last minute. So there are a couple spots. So if anyone is interested, they're really not even a day behind. So you can
It's
go
a
to.
wonderful class. Take it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sherry. Yeah,
You're
just
welcome.
go
Very
to the
nice.
community tab and you'll see the information is there. Just send me an email and yeah, we'll get you all set up. So yeah, that's pretty much the big thing. Regular shows this week, and on Sunday, I will be a guest on Celtic Tarot Sheila. So there.
Good for you.
Yay.
All right. Have fun.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I read with Sheila, so I'm looking forward to it. I really
She's
enjoy.
fun.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm just going to say hello to a few people before we get started. So we have got teacher Barbara is here. Hello. Froxy Roxy is here. Yvonne Yansky. Hello. And artist Liz. We've got Linda Kennedy. Christine Fryer. Mary Starshine. Hello, Mary. We've got Chris Gassidy, Juanita Review, Lisa Niedermeyer. Hello. Linda Kennedy, if I haven't said that before. And I hope I don't miss anybody. I'm always so afraid that I'm going to miss someone and they're going to take it personal. You know?
I know. Not intended. Yeah.
No,
Not intended.
never.
Never
McGrill.
intended.
Hello, McGrill. Synchrony. Hello. I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really lovely. Laura Hammond Davis. Hello. And Mickey Taylor. Hello, Mickey Taylor. Wayne Rich is here. Carolyn Booker. Hey, Carolyn. Amanda Carroll. UCC Steve. And scrolling. Jen Bowles. Kathy G. Mary Hernandez Walker. Hello. Getting down, I think, almost to the bottom. Lisa Bassage. I hope I said that properly. Okay. Oh, there's that Sherry Voices from the Swamp Woman. Oh, who let
Don't
her
know
in?
who let her in.
Don't say anything to her. Maybe she'll go away.
It's our secret. Okay. Clarence Fields. Hello, Clarence. Linda Coyote Rosenbaum. Hello, Jill Sinanan.
Wow. Lots of
Let's
peeps
see.
here
We've
today.
got a lot of people. Absolutely.
77.
Holy
Excellent.
smokes. Butterflies are free. I'm getting down to the end. Okay. I think I am. All right. Woo. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Well, this actually was Allie's suggestion, and it is a great one. Okay. So we're always talking about manifesting, right? And how you manifest this. You can manifest anything and so on. And sometimes because we assume that everyone knows how to manifest, we forget to share with you some of the do's and don'ts. And there really are do's and don'ts when it comes to manifesting. So Start with Sherry here in a second. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Sherry. And to those of you that are here in the chat, when we do Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, we do not take questions from the chat. What we do invite you to do is after the show and anytime between now and next Wednesday show, pop into any of our community tabs and post your question in there, and it will get to the appropriate person who is hosting that week. And that's how we answer the questions. So there. So Sherry, what tips do you have on how do you manifest?
Well, evidently better than I realized. I got a car coming,
That's a good
so
one.
you know, I
Yeah.
mean, that's 3 years in the making there. So I think to me it just seems like don't give up on that dream. If you're wanting something, don't give up. Now, you don't have to sit constantly talk about it all the time and ask people to read about it all the time, and that gets a little annoying, and spirit will get annoyed as well because they're like, we already gave you that answer, shut up, move on. But it's to keep it just foremost in your thoughts, journal it, you know, when you that's another aspect that I started doing again when I fell into the community, was journaling again. I'm not as good at it as I would like to be, but I make the attempt anyway. I do get some in, and be specific, I think, is the biggest.
Yes.
I know trying to manifest that car, everybody kept telling me, be specific, pick the exact car you want. I'm like, I don't care what kind of car it is. I don't care what color it is. I just want it to run and look nice. And so that's what I'm going to get, you know. It's like, and I'm perfectly happy with what spirit picked out for me. It's going to take a couple more months. We're working on getting the paperwork cleared. But in the meantime, I've got a nice loaner that I feel very safe in. So damn thing's a tank. It would take a tank to do any harm. So and just keep that positive outlook.
Yes.
I mean, you know, it's like with our channels, we've all been working hard to grow our channels, and you go through phases where it doesn't do anything, and then it'll grow, and then you don't do anything for a while, and then it'll grow. And while I'm thinking about it, check your subscriptions, everybody, because I was told yesterday that YouTube has put in some new algorithms, and that's what's kicking people off of subscriptions.
Yes.
Last week I was on Marina's channel. Now I'm not just, you know, subscribed to her, but I'm a moderator and I'm a member. Yep. And I got in there and discovered I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I had to go resubscribe. I was like, okay, this is weird. But yeah, it happens. They do it every few months. It's something to do with the algorithms to kind of weed out, I guess, excess. I don't know what their reason is for it. But so mainly just trying to working on getting my membership started. My cat just knocked something off the desk. So I'm hoping to get that rolled out this weekend. That's my goal. So
perfect.
And
and that's just want to wonderful, Sherry. Teacher Barbara, why are subscriptions so important? When you subscribe to a channel, it goes through the YouTube algorithms, and it's that algorithm that determines where our shows, where our channel is featured. So the higher the number of either watched hours or likes or subscribers,
the comments after the show,
the more people, or the higher up we are in the algorithm, so we get exposed to more people, which means more people get to hear what it is that we're talking about. Because as much as I think we would all like to believe that we are very famous, There's a lot of people out there that have no idea who we are. So that's why we're all
way too
saying,
many
"Don't
people
forget-"
that don't know who we are.
Yes. That's why we always say like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel, but it certainly grows the community. Yes, it does, Christine. And it just introduces us to people who are looking for what it is that we're talking about, and so on. So yeah, that's why it's so important. That's why we talk about it. So yeah, and before I forget, don't forget, go to my sister's channels, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know what their channels are, go down in the description of the video, and they are all listed there. Okay, yeah. Oh, McGrill would ask for an autograph. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we would gladly give it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about you, Allie? This was an excellent idea, by the way. I really like it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I think that in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten the manifest card. Not 9 times out of 10, maybe, but at least half, like maybe 5 times out of 10 when I'm doing readings. And I really do think it's important. I have gone to see Esther Hicks 4 or 5 different times over the last 5 or 6 years. And she's fabulous. And she tells you all the rules, you know, and you can also, she's got YouTube videos. You can watch her if you don't get a chance to go see her. But one of the things that she really, really stresses for us is to watch our words, watch what we say to ourselves, watch what we ask for, because we usually tend to say, I don't want that to happen. Well, then don't say it. You have to say, you ask for what you want, not what you don't want. Because if you ask for what you don't want, the universe hears it as you want it.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty important aspect of this. And the only other thing I'd like to share is that the energies of the planet support all of us. All of us. There's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough subscribers. There's more than enough members. There's more than enough shows. There's more than enough whatever you need. But you can't hold on to the idea like tether yourself to the idea. It's like the Buddhist idea of non-attachment. You have to ask for what you want and then release it. Now, if you write it down and look at it every day, that's fine. But you don't want to become consumed with it. You got to let flow go through you and bring you to that which you're seeking. But that's the other thing. That which you are seeking is also seeking you. So be open to whatever you get. I'm sure if Sherry, whatever card Sherry got would make her very happy. But she ended up with something that is probably going to make her happier than she ever thought. So you can always say this or something better.
Something better. Yeah.
Something better. Yes.
That's become my mantra the last few years when I get up in the morning is okay, it may be really sucky for me today, but somewhere in the world there's somebody worse off than me. So suck it up. Get up, do what you need to do. You know, it could be worse. Don't be looking for the worst. Look for the best.
Yeah. So look for the positive. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Sharon, how about you?
Yeah, it's actually been scary how I can manifest things. And I don't know why I don't do it more often. Like I've told you guys many times, I've manifested teaching postings. And it's been, but, and also exactly the car that I wanted. That sort of thing. So I find that if I write it down, but also if I visualize it, for example, teaching positions, I will visualize myself in that school talking to the staff members I already know. You know, I'm in the hallway talking to people, I'm dealing with students, that kind of thing. I go through this scenario in my head. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually viewing the future. Who knows? Because it's all here. Present, past, and future is all here at the same time. Time is just a construct. But I just visualize myself actually doing it. Right now, I'm visualizing having extra, because with the rising costs and everything, particularly here in Canada with housing and food, I know it's eased off in the States somewhat, but here it's crazy. I'm visualizing having more extra funds so that I can go traveling or that sort of thing. And I'd like my car paid off and my motorcycle paid off. So I'm going to work on that. Just, I don't know. And also you can't be attached to how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be I get a 1 day a week teaching position or something like that, which I could handle that at my age, but don't want to be going back to teaching full time or anything like that. Or somebody might leave something in their will. I don't know, somebody, whatever. Or, I find that little part-time job, as I said, for the extra money to just simply pay off those debts. Cause I just feel it's time they were paid off.
Yes.
Yeah. And, I need to, cause I haven't been doing it. I'm going to write it down, journal about it. And then not be attached to how it happens.
Yeah.
See myself going like, oh, Auntie so-and-so left me. Wow, that's enough to pay off my car.
Right.
So going through scenarios like that. So I just trusting that it's going to happen and that you're not attached to as to how it happens.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah. But for me, it's visualizing and believing.
Yes.
Also believing that you're worthy of it. Sometimes you put these blocks up because you don't think you're worthy to receive such a gift, but we are worthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So those are my 2 cents.
Yeah. Thanks, Sharon.
So just a shameless plug in here. Gerald and I are doing our manifestation in the quantum field workshop on June 9th, Sunday. If you want to join us, go to dragonflycrystals.store, and it's a fabulous class. Of course, you don't need it and manifest, but it does give you quick, unbelievable, powerful tools. One of these tools is always feel with your heart, your emotion attached to what you are manifesting as you are asking the universe for it. That feeling of emotion, that feeling of excitement that you are grabbing that one thing in the universe that you are pulling toward you, resonating with it, is going to be attached to that emotional connection. Very important. And also important is that you let it go after you're done. You say, thank you. It's done. Thank you. Let it go. But I agree with Sharon. You definitely are going to benefit from pretending as if, daydreaming about it, as if it were already done. Well, what does it feel to live in that, 12,000 square foot mansion or whatever? How does it feel to be a spiritual teacher of, the world known? Or how does it feel to be an author of that book that you have written, as if it were so, as if it were already done? So that is a very important element to add in to give it more power. It isn't that you're expecting a certain outcome. You aren't. You're just daydreaming. It isn't that you can tell the universe when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. You can't. You shouldn't. It limits you. So those are my tips.
Love
it. Yeah. Wonderful.
Great.
Yeah. I wrote a few things down and I got a few things off the interweb as well. And the language that we use is really, really important. And I think that anytime you're getting ready to manifest, take a few moments and sit down, write out what you want to manifest and how you're going to phrase that to the universe, and then edit what you have written down, right? So to make sure that you're using the most beneficial language that you can. So, for example, there are certain words that you shouldn't use when you're manifesting, like can't or impossible. I can't wait until this happens. The universe hears, oh, you want to wait? Got it. She wants to wait, guys. So, yeah, it's what I want to achieve is not impossible. That's like a double negative. Oh, it's impossible for her to take it off the list, right? So you really need to pay attention to the words that you use, and then once you have that down, then absolutely you add in the feeling and the emotion. So you want to make sure too that you don't have words that are limiting, like you know, I am manifesting a new car, and it can only be an automatic, right? Don't. The only be is limiting. It's a limiting term. It once you get this down, yeah, you're going to be manifesting all over the place. So start off with being grateful. And here's a little affirmation, morning manifestation affirmation that I got online, and it's really true and it's worthwhile. It says, I am grateful for another day to manifest my dreams. I am worthy of achieving my goals and desires. I trust the universe to bring me what I need. I am open to receive abundance in all areas of my life. I am confident in my ability to manifest my dreams. So these are all things that, and you know what, I think if anyone is interested, just send me an email and I can email it to you. Those are all very positive, very affirming things. And then when you attach, like Sharon said, when you can visualize yourself, I want to manifest a trip, and I'd like to go to Europe, somewhere in Europe. So see yourself traveling through Venice, see yourself, in Paris, see yourself in different sites that are in Europe. Even if you Google some of those locations, look at the pictures, put yourself in the picture, have yourself there. Have in mind that, yes, this is where I'd like to go, but you don't put limitations on the universe. And I think some of you have heard me say this before. When it comes to manifesting, it's like a menu, right? So the waiter comes by and says, what would you like? And you say, oh, well, I'll have number 1 and number 2. And can I get, 2 portions of number 3? You give them, the waiter, the universe, the order, and then you sit back and relax and enjoy the company while you're waiting for it to come in. You're not constantly checking with the kitchen going, yeah, how are you doing on that? Is it almost done? How long? Right? You sit back, you enjoy.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. Are we there yet? Yeah. So those are the big ones, I think.
And, I just wanted to add something. Foxy Roxy and Laura Hammond Davis mentioned something in the chat about what it is you're manifesting. Well, of course, you're not going to want to manifest from the ego. And manifesting things you've heard from your guides that are on the divine plan path are going to manifest like crazy. What you're doing is saying to the universe, yes, I accept this and I want it in. Whether you're a spiritual teacher doing work with others, however that is going to come forward for you, you have an ability to create it at the highest level. This and something better. Or something better, you can step in. Is it okay to ask for a big house? Well, yes, it is. If you are here and you are here to create on the earth, and the earth is your earth school, like a holodeck, there's nothing about it sure. If you're a little teenager and you want a hot rod car and it's all about your ego, yeah, no, not so much. But if you're a grown adult and you are saying to yourself, if I had a house big enough, I could have retreats, spiritual retreats at my house. And so that square footage and ability to bring people in would be key and ideal for me. So in that way, it is on your divine plan path to be able to facilitate that. If that is what you wish to do, to manifest it, you have your own ability to choose how you want to bring it forward, whatever's on your divine plan path. You can tweak it or do it on Zoom if you want,
And
whatever.
you can't lie to spirit about it either for what your reasoning is, you know.
Yes.
It's going to know if you're telling the truth or not.
You really are going to manifest very quickly when it's on your divine plan path anyway. And you always say this or something better because the universe knows best what you're going to need.
The most beneficial outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Don't you think, though? I mean, if you take a look, if everybody knows what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is,
Yeah. Right.
the really hard time for us is when we are in poverty and we have to worry about our home or our survival. It's very hard to manifest things. But as you go up and you get yourself ensconced in living, those things naturally come. But it's very difficult if you're going through a really rough time. So
it is because, right at the top is your spiritual needs and everything. So the Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a really good concept to look at how you are approaching life. Say you were born somewhere where it was really tough economically, and you are born into a family of people who are, they're just regular people trying to but you have great ideas. You have great creative skills. Maybe you're a Jay-Z and you're going to be producing music eventually. Who knows? Yeah. But you have to believe that it is possible. And that inspiration can help you transcend that basic needs foundation of fear. This is like the root chakra. To jump out of that root chakra, you have to have inspiration from the heart and that belief in yourself. That transcends that limitation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that what my biggest manifestation, I think, is or my conversation with the universe is, I am now ready, willing, and able to accept abundance in all areas of my life. And that I don't have to be overly specific. It covers everything, and it works for me every time. That whatever I think I might want or need, it is there when the time is right. And the big thing, like some of you have said, is you cannot attach to the outcome. You can't step in and try to tell the universe how to do it, or don't spend time worrying about, I've got this big bill and the only way that I can cover it is if I win the lottery, and I'm not going to be able to win the lottery. Your job is to simply place the order with the waiter. Your job is not to worry about how all the people along the way are going to do their job. So, just abundance in all areas of your life. And there's been some lovely chat going on with Lisa said, what if you don't know? What if you're not thinking outside the box? Or where are we? What if you feel you're not thinking outside the box and you may not know what it is out there for you? That's when you say, this or something better.
Yeah.
And you let the
surprise the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't ask for patience, anybody. Never, never, ever ask for patience. Never.
No.
They will put stuff in your path to try to prove
Foxy Roxy says, I wonder if manifestation can interfere with one's soul contract. No. First of all, you're never going to get off your path. It doesn't matter how many ways you go. It all leads to the same location. And if you're on that divine plan path and you're just going, it'd be great if how do you know that idea, didn't come from spirit, going, boy,
Mhm.
this would sure be great to. So, here's the
Yeah.
thing. If you're going to wish for a bunch of egoic things, it is not that you won't manifest. It's that it won't mean anything at the end of the day to you. You're not going to feel fulfilled from it. And it is something that the soul's path does for you, where you feel fulfilled. So you'll know by that you've really hit the sweet spot. But this is our school, and this is our hollow deck to do whatever we want as we progress and we're learning. So don't stifle yourself. If you'd like a better kitchen and you want some construction workers to come in and revamp it, for instance.
I didn't even know I wanted it, and here it is.
Just be sure you ask Spirit to send you good-looking construction workers so you can sit and watch.
This is what happened.
See, the mice chewed through and sprung a leak, and so those mice that I've been so upset with, I had to thank
you,
them.
mice.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You just never know.
Sometimes
I
it's
know we
always a silver lining with
It is. Yeah, it can be. It really can be. It's all in how you look at it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like with the car, I just kept saying, what
Yeah.
I need. I want something that runs well, it's not going to give me any trouble, and looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm tired of driving a junker that I'm embarrassed to be seen in. Is that egotistical? Yes, it is. But it was kind of at the tag end of it. It was like, regardless, I will take whatever you send my way,
And
no
you
matter
did
what
with
it
the
looks
first
like.
one. Even with the first one that you got, you took it and you were happy to have it. So yeah.
That's right. I mean, it was an embarrassment. I was embarrassed to be seen in it, but it got me
Well,
where
you're
I needed
saying
to
to
go.
the universe, I accept what I receive and accept, and I'm grateful. And that sent you another car. So I mean, it's all working for you.
Totally. And
I will car lot soon.
Yes.
One very car lot.
that I will suggest to those people who are not familiar with it is there is a website called TUT, TUT.com. And TUT stands for The Universe Talks. And you can go on that website and you can sign up to get daily messages every Monday to Friday, every day of the week, once a week, whatever. And it's a message that comes in to you, addressed to you from the universe. It is always very positive and affirming, and just, it's a way to start the day on something powerful, something good to think about all day. I don't get paid.
Taking Marina's class is a good thing because that's what her class does. It's 10 minutes in the morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you take it. But wow, it was very powerful.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. That's so sweet of you. And you too, Allie. Thank you. So yeah, if you want to get something, definitely. In fact, the creator of TUT.com, Mike Dooley, was in Calgary in 2013 doing a seminar on being in the matrix, and I actually got to take the seminar and I got to meet him. So
wow,
yeah, I was thrilled. I was thrilled. So if
so who was that again? Who was that?
Mike Dooley, and the website is TUT.com. And it definitely worth it. You can give it a try. If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. But there's, beautiful things come in, encouraging, positive, delightful, just the whole slew of great, powerfully wonderful, positive things. And that's where you want to keep your mindset. You want to be positive, right?
But not in a poverty way. You
No,
don't want to
mine's
think of yourself
right.
as this poverty vow stuff from years ago. No,
Yeah.
that's not in this
Yeah.
paradigm. We
No,
don't
no.
need to be, no.
We're
You
not
can
taking
be
anything from anybody else.
financially abundant in every way possible. Live your life
Mhm.
in a very beautiful way. You don't have to live in a tent in the park unless you want to.
Yeah.
Unless you want to. Yeah, some
You
people are
might
happy
like
with
it,
that.
but
Good for you. I applaud
yeah,
you.
and hopefully they're not going to make that illegal, but
Yeah.
I know they just
Never
interviewed a
know.
fellow out here that's lived in Vancouver's Stanley Park for 35 years.
Wow.
Believe
Really?
that? Yes, yes, yep.
wow.
Wow.
In a
Wow.
little shack, yeah.
Holy smokes.
He
Oh.
seemed quite happy.
That's right.
I bet. I bet. So is one of the other things too is, and I think somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier, is you can do a vision board.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
I've
put
done that.
on there, yeah, all the things that you want.
Mhm.
And you can look at them and you could say, oh, look at my beautiful house. Look at my this. I'm so grateful I have that. And really feel the joy. And I think that's probably one of the
Yeah.
secrets, right, Val? Is
Yeah, it is.
when you feel that joy about
Right.
that, it just magnifies the manifestation.
Yeah.
I
It
made a
pulls it
vision
to
board.
you. Yeah,
I
that
made a vision board.
magnetization, it
Sorry.
attaches to you. You grab it with that emotion, and it's like a resonance frequency that, yeah,
Mhm.
just
I
like
made
that.
a vision board back in the mid 80s and of where I wanted to raise my children. I had all these beautiful pictures. And I thought it was going to be in a particular place, but this is where you can't be fixed on the outcome. You have to trust that whatever comes is the best for you. And it turns out it foretold the life that we live here on Salt Spring Island. We kind of got here by accident.
Yes.
And that life unfolded that I'd put on that poster board. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Mhm. Very nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. Plus, you know what? It's a lovely little project, right? As you're going
Mhm.
through magazines and different things to say, oh, okay, well, I like this or I like that. I used to have a binder, and it was called My Home, and I had the floor plans to my house.
Mhm.
I had the decoration that was going to go in each room, and how I wanted things set up and so on. And looking back, there was a lot of the things that I had in my binder that I have in my house.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
just
Good for you.
they just kind of came without really working too hard on it, but it was just so much fun to put it together, to look at the pictures,
Yeah.
to say, oh, I like this bedroom suite more than this bedroom suite, and this one has this on it, and this one has something else, and whatnot. And I mean, just imagine what you can manifest for yourself.
I have a cautionary tale, though. This didn't happen to me, but I did have, when I was learning how to do vision boards, this story was told because this happened to the person who was teaching me. It happened to a client, and this older lady, she wanted to bring love into her life. So she did a vision board with, cutting out things from magazines. At the time, there were tons of magazines, you could cut in.
Yeah,
Right.
back in the day.
Not anymore.
Right. You can't do that now.
You have to go on the internet now and to get pictures or whatever.
Right.
But
Yes.
back in the day, so she picked this gorgeous guy who apparently was sitting there with brandy or something in his hand, like in a smoking jacket, sitting in an easy chair. I mean, he was good looking, but man, she manifested everything on her vision board. He turned out to be a raging alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because hello.
Yeah.
And I wondered ever since that
Yeah.
time, when you're putting strangers on your vision board, to represent that person, I wonder if you're really tapping into the energy of that particular.
Wow.
And
Could
I
be.
said to
Yeah.
myself, oh,
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
excuse my
Yeah, yeah.
language, but it
Yeah.
made me feel like I couldn't put
Collective
people
consciousness.
on.
Mm.
I could put my husband's picture, I could put my picture, and somehow I had to represent things without people. Otherwise,
Yeah.
look.
Yes.
Do you
Well, the
want
same
that
thing
other-
happened with
Yeah.
the
Go
same
ahead.
thing happened with Keith. And he wanted a chiropractic building with a house on one side and an office on the other. And all he
Yep.
said was, I want to work from my house. I want to have an office in my home. And we ended up as public storage managers living on the property. Well, that wasn't what we wanted. It helped. We got through it because we needed the jobs. We needed, it did take
Yeah.
care of that, but it wasn't exactly what he wanted. And he
It's
wasn't
a
specific.
a perfect example of manifesting part, but not quite.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
and I had to point it out. I said, "You asked for this,
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And oh, Lisa Niedermeyer says, that's why I'm so happy. Clairvoyance has come my way. Yes. And I asked for it too last week. Oh,
wow.
girlfriend. Yes.
Good for you,
Yes, yes,
Lisa.
yes.
Now, you know,
Fantastic.
I was talking with
had to own
Deanne Shellmaiden, and she's got
Yes.
her new website. She's making her oils and stuff
Yes.
from herbs and whatnot that she's growing herself. She
Yes.
and her husband and her sister, I think it is. This is completely being done by her. And
Yes.
I finally had a little extra money put aside, and I contacted her and said, I'm going to go order me an oil. And one of the ones they had in there was enhancing your psychic abilities to help make them stronger. And because a lot of new stuff has started happening to me and I feel out of control with it. It's like, but you don't want to say stop because it doesn't come back, right? So you want to be
Yes.
careful how you put that. And I ordered the little bottle of oil. It's supposed to come in tomorrow or Friday. And within an hour after I ordered it, I got a message from someone wanting to know, do you do personal readings? And I answered back, yes. And so we're trying to work out a date.
Yes.
2 hours later, I got a DM from another person who turns out to work at the same university I work at. We're one building away from each other.
Yep.
And so it's, that'll be a real live reading in person. So, but
Absolutely.
it just amazes me how when you open yourself up to possibilities and you just accept it and say, oh, if I, this is going to help me be better at X.
Yes.
And spirit will just jump right in and start
Yes.
answering those needs that you want,
I will
So-
never forget February 1st of this year, because just before February 1st, I was watching Gerald and Colleen they were talking about Imbolc and doing some of the traditions and so on. And Gerald had mentioned about, don't forget the first of the month, you want to blow cinnamon into your house. It brings in prosperity.
I'm
So I wrote it
glad
on my
to do tonight.
Yes. So I put it on my calendar, and February 1st, I looked forward to it, and I did. I put just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit of cinnamon in the palm of my hand. And I went outside the front door and left the door open, as you should. And I blew the cinnamon into the house. And when I went back in and I closed the door, I don't know why, but I just felt absolutely overjoyed. And I said out loud, I am ready to receive all the abundance you want to send my way. It was later on that day that I had my first channeled message. So,
Yeah.
you want to talk about manifesting? There you go. We lost Sharon.
Sharon, yeah.
Sharon.
Well, maybe she'll
Maybe
come back.
her internet
Hopefully,
went out.
yeah, I hope she comes back.
No, I love that. I love that. And
Yes.
that just shows you when you open to receive and you say what you're opening to receive, well, holy cow, you better hold on because
Yeah.
fasten your seatbelt because it'll come so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There she be.
absolutely. And especially now with these energies nowadays, it's just so
Mhm.
powerful. You're going to manifest so fast. And when you open up to receive whatever it is you want, state it in the affirmative. I open to receive, X, Y, Z. Thank you. And feel
Yes.
that joy and happiness, just like Marina was saying, because that is really going to happen very quickly.
Yeah. And that was the one show, and it was just before Messages for Light Workers.
Yes.
And I was, I think I was hosting that show. And usually Val and I will meet about 15, 20 minutes before the show. And we talk about, what it is that Spirit is telling us to talk about and so on. And I had this message that had come in.
Hey, buddy.
I couldn't wait to share it with her. So I'm waiting for her to come in. It was the one time she was late. As I sat here going, come on. I don't know what this is. So, yeah.
And I'm never late, but that
No.
was. I was really late.
Yeah. It was a wonderful feeling, and it still is a wonderful feeling. And if when I bring myself to that place, I can absolutely recreate that because it was buzzing. I was
it was tangible. You could, there it is. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, here we are, and we did not have any questions that anyone posted to our community tabs this week, which that's okay. That's all right. Just remind those that if you do have a question you'd like us to read for you, just pop it into our community tabs.
Yeah.
We'll get the notice and we will get it out to Sharon, who is hosting next week.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
All righty.
So, we'll get to Sharon and boom, there you go. And Lisa said, yeah, I remember that. Yes. Yeah, me too. Me too.
It was like me with the car. And I mentioned it to you, and you were like, well, Arthur just told you a couple of weeks ago you were going to get a car in around June. And it was like a day or two later, I had the Akashic reading with Val, and I hadn't told her about it yet. She didn't know anything about it. And yet the message that came through had something to do with cars. I don't remember how it was phrased now.
Said they would bring you a car.
Yes, that's what it was. And I was like, okay, this is wild.
I was like, I've never had them say they'd bring anything to anyone before.
Yes.
That was like, what?
Yeah.
They said,
yeah. She repeats it. So then I tell her what's going on. And she was like, oh my gosh.
I'm saying, what are they saying?
I
Why
love
are
it.
they saying that? Yeah.
So on that note, I hope you ladies are enjoying the weather wherever you are because it's snowing here in Calgary.
Yes, I saw that on the news yesterday. Is it in Edmonton as well?
Yes. Southern Alberta has, Edmonton
May
as well.
1st, it's snowing.
And here it is so nippy. I mean, we've had nice sunny days, but it's so cold. I mean, this is May. We usually have really nice weather by May.
And I got the AC cranked and trying to cool off. It's already in
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go to my sister's channels. Make sure that you give them a little bit of TLC over there as well. Leave a comment on any of the channels after the show is over. It really helps with the algorithm. And look into the classes and courses that we offer. Look into membership for those of us that have the membership. And in the meantime, Val and I will see you tomorrow on Messages for Light Workers. And we'll see you later on in the week. if you want to know.
And you'll see Jane, who's in the chat, Jane the Seeker. I'll be on with her tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Whoa,
On my
nice.
channel.
Very good.
Excellent. All righty. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.